Hello everyone, you're welcome back again to my channel. I hope everyone is all right. Now, before I carry on to today's video, I just want to give a big apology. Now, I know I've not been able to upload for a while. I've been quite ill, so I'm just recovering. If you can hear from my voice is not 100% where it is, but I thought, you know what, it's been a while. I must come on and share this good news with my subscriber and my family, okay? And this is good news, okay? So I'm going to be sharing this good news with my subscribers. And yeah, it's the UK government has made an announcement. Well, some of you might know a new rule came into effect on the 14th of March. There is some good news to it, okay? And the good news is that for some people like us or teachers who are looking to come into the UK and are still not here, you are exempt from this rule, okay? In a moment, I'm going to be sharing my screen with you so you know exactly what I'm talking about, and then we can see what the new changes are pertaining the new rules. Okay. So sharing my screen with you, this is the UK Parliament website online. And then here you can see changes to legal migration rules for family and work visas in 2024. Um, and you can see that this has already come into effect by they started I think they say this will start 19th February and 14th March. So this was yesterday, I think this came into effect. But anyway, moving on, the most important bit is now some of you would have known that the government increased the threshold of a minimum payment that you can have on a skilled worker visa to be able to come into the UK. Okay, so that was increased. So here it says what are the five changes. This is the point that I want to highlight. What are the five changes? Moving on, I don't need social care worker because that's what we're talking about. So here it says the minimum salary to be sponsored for a skilled worker visa is increasing, with the baseline minimum rising from 26,200 to 38,700 pound. Okay, but this is the bit that is interesting. But this increase is not going to be for health and care worker visa, and it's not going to be for education workers, okay, and those on national pay scale. So if you are a primary school teacher, a lecturer, university lecturer, and all of that, I think you are exempt from this new skilled worker minimum salary increase. Okay, so before the minimum was 26,000, you can get a job as a skilled worker and you're fine, but now that has been increased to 38,700. But with this, it does not affect education workers. Okay, you are absolutely fine with um, the national pay scale for teachers. You don't need to have anything higher than that to be able to come into the to get a job as a skilled worker to come into the UK. Now, somebody might ask, what about my dependents? Can I bring in my family from wherever I'm coming as a teacher? Because a lot of us might know that a lot of visas or a lot of sectors that were sponsoring people, giving people COS where they can bring their family, that has been stopped. Okay, so there's been lots of changes about whether you can bring your family or not. And even those who are already in the UK, there's been a change of if you switch from one visa to another, can you still have your family with you? Okay, but I'm going to take us to the website, to the .gov website, which talks about recruiting teachers from overseas. Okay, so this is what you need to know. Now, again, this form was updated on the 6th of February, so not long ago. So here we can find information about if you can bring your children and all of that. So these are the rules for immigration and all of that. Then apply to become a licensed worker. We don't need all of that. So here where it talks about dependents. Okay, so here it says people who have permission to live in the UK as a dependent, usually a partner of someone on a visa, will not need to be sponsored. They can work without a sponsor for the duration of their partner. So for me, I think with that, you can still bring in your family, your dependents, your husband or your children or your wife or your children. You can still bring it in because if this form was updated on the 6th of February, and if they were not going to be allowing you to bring your dependents, they would have changed this. But if this still states dependents, then I think you are still able to bring in your family. Okay. Now, if we go to the skilled worker side, where it talks about what you need to come into the UK, let's first of all look here. So it says, um, So the qualification requirements for teachers from overseas, okay? So these are this is what do you this is the place where it tells you the requirements, the things that you need to be able to get a job in a school if you have your qualified teacher status, okay? Then there is the 4-year exemption rule and all of that. So if we look here, it says if you are employing a teacher without QTS, including under the 4-year rule, note their salary will have to meet the minimum requirement for a skilled worker, which is slightly higher than an unqualified teacher's minimum pay scale outside London. Okay, so let's click that and let's see what it says. So, minimum salary threshold exemptions. So, teachers are exempt from the new 38,700 salary threshold for a skilled worker visa. Okay, but however, they must earn the relevant minimum rate for teachers in England. Okay, so this is just a proof of what I said, that your normal minimum rate for your normal minimum rate and threshold for teachers is okay. So you are exempt from this rule. And then you can bring in your family. As I said before in some previous videos, um, pay scales differ for teachers, okay, especially from London, outer London, inner London, and the rest of the UK. Pay scales they are different, okay. So depending on where you want to live and where you want to bring your family, then you can target those area for your teaching job, okay. But here you can see that you can still bring in your dependents from overseas. You can still apply for them to come in, and you are exempt from the new threshold for teachers. So I believe this is fantastic news. This is really, really good news. So for those in education who would like to come into the UK to bring their family, you can still do this. Okay, you can still do this. The time is ripe, and the time is on your side now. So I would say triple your effort, double your effort. I mean, work as hard as you can to see if you can get a teaching job, because I can assure you this will be changed at some point, okay? Because I think the other areas where they're changing things is they've met, and maybe they have too much people now in those areas. So there's no longer shortage in those areas. And that's why they are changing this. And of course, sometimes people abuse things, okay? Some of you would have seen the recent one of the pastor who was caught in London for selling COS. So people abuse things. So these are the things that they're trying to cut down on. Okay. For now, teachers, you are exempt from the minimum the new threshold of salary, and you're also allowed to bring in your dependents. So now is the best time. Okay, make hay or make haste while the sun shines. Okay, and begin to do it now so you can get your family, because this will change. This would definitely change. As you know, immigration and rules and all has been a yo-yo in the UK for quite a while now. So this will change at some point, but for now, you are absolutely fine to do. Right, so there you have it. I hope that has been helpful. For those of you, as I said, who are still looking, you can still bring your family in, and the minimum salary threshold does not affect you, does not impact you. I hope that's been helpful. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you've got any questions, if you've got any comments, please leave that in the comment section below. Just to say, I don't work for the UK government, okay? So I just bring information out here for you so you don't have to scout for it, and just make life easy for my subscribers, okay? So as I said, I don't work for the UK government, so I can't really help you with immigration and visas and all of that. I can't really help you with that. So, but if you need information, I'm sure there'll be lots of people out there who can help you. But again, do not fall into the trap of agents. Okay, everything you need is online. Everything. Okay, but if you've got any questions, anything that you want me to clarify, please do send me an email. I will leave that in the description box below. And yeah, I will see you sometime soon. Bye.